Speaker number 13 is Ken Balbuena, to be followed by Tim Hackman, Mike Reynolds, and Bill Bowie. Welcome.
Good afternoon. My name is Ken Balbuena, and I'm the chair of Supervisor Harity's Budget Review Committee. Thank you, Supervisor Harity, for entrusting me with looking at this multi-year identification of trends and large variances in the FY27 budget for both the county as well as FCPS. Affordability has been a key priority across the county and across the Commonwealth, and it was a priority of mine when I ran for the board last year. Yet, annual budgets in Fairfax County have continued to increase, with the burden largely placed on residential taxpayers via their annual tax assessments as well as their personal property taxes, and now even a meals tax that they voted against twice, but the board passed regardless. From FY27 to FY26, real estate tax revenue has increased 24.4%, while personal property tax has increased 45.1%, and this will continue to rise with the FY27 average homeowner seeing about $357.43 of an increase. And while this is the first time in 5 years that this average assessment increase has been below $400, the average increase for homeowners has been nearly $2,600 cumulatively since FY21. The board is making Fairfax County unaffordable. Much of the expenditures have been spent on staffing costs, and that number will only continue to rise. From a dollar-for-dollar perspective, or dollar-dollar perspective, the cost for benefits is outpacing the cost for salaries. And while salaries grew 26% from FY21 to 26, benefits have increased 47.8%. Collective bargaining agreements, not including COLAs or longevity increases for FY27, are $83.3 million, with additional increases already in place for the next few fiscal years. The committee also explored FCPS's budget, and overall, school enrollment has decreased over the last 2 years, but the school operating fund has grown 72.3% since FY21 to match the rising cost per pupil. And while the school board and board of supervisors continue to say that the state needs to do their part in providing state funding, and often quoting the 2023 JLARC report, the state funding levels have a nearly identical trend line as the cost per pupil trend line. The committee also discovered that while FCPS's website indicates that 92.7% of the FCPS staff are school-based, 13.1% of their salary expenses support positions at Gatehouse versus in classroom-based positions. Leadership team positions have averaged nearly $281,000, according to the committee's findings. And additionally, mid-level managers have seen several of their positions reclassified for additional increases, which was never really widely publicized by any of the FCPS budget committee chairs. And since the school board refuses to hire an independent auditor, it's up to private citizens to bring these kinds of FOIA-based facts to light, as well as the amount of money spent on legal fees. But on a positive note, I'm personally pleased to see that there is ongoing funding for the middle school after-school program, which is something I advocated for last year. The committee also looked into the increase of school debt versus county debt, and while school debt may have a greater public perception of increasing at a greater rate, the reality is that the percentage of county debt has outpaced the overall percentage of debt gradually over time. The county's zero waste plan is a driver of budget increases, including the 12 FTEs to collect trash cans throughout the parks, but I will limit my remarks on this initiative to it having a greater impact on the ability to upgrade the county's vehicle fleet. From the 2023 budget, it says the transition from internal combustion vehicles to electric has collectively increased the overall cost for the vehicle fleet, and as a result, the contributions currently paid into the replacement funds are expected to fall short of covering the anticipated cost of purchasing new vehicles. Now, several of the police officers I spoke with during a ride-along with them, both before and after the ride-along, indicated that replacing police cruisers is among the department's greatest needs. Purchasing vehicles through the Department of Vehicle Services is both more costly and less efficient than going through outside vendors, and DVS has actually outsourced a lot of their work to keep up with the demand of outfitting police cruisers with the necessary security upgrades in a timely manner. It's also worth noting that 5 FTE vehicle maintenance coordinator positions were eliminated from the police department in their FY25 adopted budget. Lastly, affordable housing expenses for FY26 and 27 are greater than the expected value of the 6-year trend line, and Supervisor Harity's latest Harity report, however, referenced that there may be high vacancy rates in the subsidized housing. But in closing, I hope that the Budget Review Committee's work provides some key insights for you to seriously consider, and we encourage the Board of Supervisors to conduct a detailed lines of business review since that's not been done in over a decade. And on behalf of Supervisor Harity's Budget Review Committee, thank you for your consideration.
Thank you.